too, and it was the hardest song because I talk a lot about what I went through during the trial and a lot of unloyal people and a lot of things I've gone through. So, it was hard. What? He was good at manipulating you to get you to do what he wanted you to do.
Some people haven't evolved past 16. They still stuck in that place.
In a world where love can turn into hate and relationships can end unexpectedly, Lil Kim and Jay-Z, a well-known couple, startled the world. The world was shocked when their ostensibly perfect relationship fell apart, and Lil Kim publicly stated that she thought Jay had totally duped her. So what really happened between Jay-Z and Lil Kim? As you can see, these two native New Yorkers grew close during their early years spent on the dirty streets of the city. Hip-hop fans were jubilant over their tight connection that developed from their intimate bond. From 1998 until 2000, Lil Kim and Jay-Z were the ultimate power couple. Everything ended with the publication of his CD The Dynasty, Rock La Familia. The ghetto anthem and breakthrough hit song, Hard Knock Life, marked the pinnacle of Jay-Z's career. The Queen Bee entertainment tycoon was making waves in the fashion industry at the same time as the face of upscale labels like Candies and Baby Fat. They became the talk of the town as supporters and the media began to take notice of them. Unfortunately, when their happy ever after romance took an unexpected turn, Lil Kim felt duped and let down. According to rumors, Kim was crushed by Jay-Z's sudden breakup and started to question all they had ever shared. Even worse, he moved on and married the vibrant and talented Beyoncé in 2008. Tiny Kim felt abandoned and rejected by the betrayal, yet it hurt to swallow the bitter pill. Still, the drama went on. Lil Kim got into a furious fight with rival rapper Foxy Brown as she navigated the dangerous hip-hop scene. Fans were choosing sides in a violent fight that was receiving media coverage with great enthusiasm. Lil Kim was taken aback more by Jay-Z's lack of backing for her than by her altercation with Foxy. Lil Kim felt even more deceived and mistreated when he chose not to defend his alleged ex-girlfriend. Foxy Brown and Lil Kim have never displayed such a high level of animosity, as you can see. Both musicians released their debut albums within a week of each other, which sparked fierce competition among fans, the press, and record sales. Lil Kim achieved incredible success with her debut album, going double platinum and selling over 6 million copies. At the same time, Foxy Brown's record, which featured collaborations with prominent rappers like Jay-Z and Method Man, became incredibly well known. The rivalry and constant comparisons between the two divas made them even more antagonistic. Despite their overt hostility, Foxy Brown and Lil Kim initially considered themselves to be friends. Brown also showed a little affection for Lil Kim in the album's opening single. But when they were presented with a lucrative record deal to collaborate on an album titled Thelma and Louise, their friendship broke down. Given that the two musicians turned down the opportunity, it seems likely that their developing disagreement will eventually turn into a physical brawl. Lil Kim and Foxy Brown's discord became audible in their songs as the 1990s came to an end. Lil Kim took the lead with her provocative song Play Around, and she was helped by hip-hop mogul Diddy to throw a lot of shade at Brown. Diddy's two tracks were interpreted by most as savage jabs against Chris Brown's persona and behavior. Never one to be outdone, Lil Kim upped the ante on her aptly titled sophomore album, The Notorious Kim. The album's lead hit, which made fun of Foxy Brown and her crew, cemented her as the current queen and escalated the hostility to unprecedented levels. Never one to back away from a fight, Foxy Brown responded to Capone and Nuriga's CD with a song called Bang Bang. Brown mocked Lil Kim's public sobbing at the death of her ex-boyfriend Biggie. He even mimicked her vocal technique from a previous song. Rap divas' animosity for one another peaked on February 25, 2001, when a heated altercation broke out outside New York's Hot 97 radio station. Foxy Brown's associate Kiem Capone Hawley met with Lil Kim and her crew. The verbal battle ended in a brief, physical altercation that injured one of Capone's gang members. Rumors were going around that the altercation was caused by Foxy Brown's diss song, Bang Bang, which was aimed at Lil Kim. When Foxy Brown made it known that she wanted to collaborate with Lil Kim once more, and openly declared her desire to do so, it appeared as though she was suggesting that their differences didn't matter. It appears that Lil Kim has no interest in letting go of her past. She allegedly refused to accept Brown's apologies and didn't think their disagreement would ever end. Then, in a statement, Brown continued, "I honestly don't remember how it started, but Russell Simmons and I got together. And I said, Russell, I want to call a truce. Kim, I'm prepared for a seat. I don't think it's necessary. I'll just sum everything up here. We might even collaborate. We ascend above all of this. If it's all right, let me to start." Kim had already departed the neighborhood prior to the Hot 97 incident, based on the initial police reports. Further investigation, however, showed that she was actually in her limousine at the time, and that other people were also inside when it departed. The artist had admitted to the police earlier that she didn't know why the day's events had turned out the way they had. Damian Butler, Kim's manager, wasn't here, she stated. But the security tape showed Butler in full view. On March 17, 2005, Kim was found guilty of conspiracy and perjury after she had misled federal grand jurors and investigators. Lil Kim avoided a hefty 20-year sentence by accepting a 3-year probationary period and a just 366 days in jail. She didn't leave until July 3, 2006, having completed her tenure. But the altercations with Foxy Brown didn't stop there. Lil Kim and Nicki Minaj, another rising artist, got into a furious argument. Rumors circulated that Minaj had collaborated with a Lil Kim imposter to stage a contentious ceremony. The rumors intensified the already simmering enmity between the two hip-hop sensations. However, Minaj ultimately gave up on the notion, rejecting romantic relationships and ending speculations about the scheduled concert. After a string of setbacks and disappointments, Lil Kim's career came to an end. Her tumultuous relationship with Jay-Z and her feuds with Nicki Minaj and Foxy Brown played a big part in her rise to fame, even though other factors eclipsed them. One of the worst parts of Lil Kim's life is the legacy of abuse, which has left her with persistent concerns and a struggle with low self-esteem. As a child, she lived in a mostly white neighborhood where she was often bullied, especially by peers who had peculiar ideas about what was attractive. The experiences damaged her relationships with males, who would constantly make fun of her beauty and diminish her self-worth. Lil Kim has openly admitted that, despite her seemingly confident appearance, she experiences inadequacy and finds it difficult to see her own beauty. Lil Kim had multiple stunning and well-publicized plastic surgery procedures as a result of the ongoing pressure she endured to meet society's unachievable standards of beauty. She later acknowledged that she had pursued these treatments to satiate her own need for change, despite her earlier claims that they were a result of the trauma she had endured. Lil Kim claimed to be a perfectionist who overspent on designer clothes and underwent multiple medical procedures in an effort to feel like a movie star. Lil Kim has the right to manage her body image, regardless of how contentious her actions may be. Lil Kim's hard past and familial dynamics worsened the issues in her already challenging employment. Her upbringing was tough due to the verbal abuse she received from her father and the separation of her parents. She was homeless, vulnerable to abuse, and depended exclusively on her own strength even as a tiny girl. These incidents certainly had a considerable detrimental effect on her general well-being and emotional stability, which led to chronic challenges for her while she continued her musical career. Lil Kim's difficulties intensified following the demise of her mentor, friend, and lover, the famed Notorious Biggie's untimely death in 1997 created a significant void in her life because he was essential to her career. In addition to being her lover, Biggie served as a confidant and mentor, supporting her artistic growth and offering priceless guidance. The anguish and despair she experienced upon losing him served as the inspiration for her second album, The Notorious Kim. Without Biggie, it must have been challenging to work on the album. However, Lil Kim acknowledged that he had a significant impact on her life and career. It's obvious that fate hasn't been kind to Lil Kim, so fans can't help but feel bad for her. When someone makes fun of her path, it pains me. One fan said, "I love Kim, it's disgusting," while another said, "How tragic." Before the treatment, I was ignorant of Kim's difficult existence because of her striking appearance. Why someone would make her feel uncomfortable is beyond me. She was forced to change who she was because of the people in her life who made her feel so uneasy with herself, and every time I see her, my heart aches for her. Had Jay-Z been a true friend and lover, at least on the surface, he would have protected her from the never-ending storm of issues that have plagued her throughout her turbulent path. Unfortunately, it appears that Jay-Z's true nature came to light when he abandoned Lil Kim to deal with life's hardships on her own and saw her suffer. Anyway, that's it for this video, folks. Bye.